Last week, more than 300 South Korean workers working at a U.S. battery plant construction site jointly operated by Hyundai Motor Group and LG Energy Solution in Georgia were detained by U.S. immigration authorities for illegally working without a proper visa. The workers are now set for repatriation to South Korea on Wednesday afternoon U.S. time, but the so-called visa phobia is causing serious concerns among companies here, with many casting doubts over whether the U.S. remains a reliable destination for South Korean investments. Most of the detainees are known to have entered the U.S. with a B-1 visa issued for business purposes, such as attending meetings. Others got the electronic system for travel authorization, also known as ESTA, to go to the U.S. ESTA can be obtained usually within 2 to 3 days, while a B-1 visa typically takes up to 2 weeks after an interview. Although these visas prohibit labor and profit-generating activities, they were widely used by companies due to their fast processing and usually high approval rate for Korean applicants.
이스타 같은 경우는 사실 빨리 발급가 되면 당일 발급도 되는 경우가 있었기 때문에 굉장히 탄력적으로 효과적으로 사용해왔던 게 사실입니다. 계약서를 포함해서 비자의 형태와 적법성에 대해서 긴급하게 점검을 하고
Now, regarding the detention of workers, the Wall Street Journal recently pointed out that such an incident occurred shortly after South Korea announced a record $350 billion investment in the U.S., including major projects like the Hyundai LG battery plant. It added that American workers expected more job opportunities from Korean companies' plant construction, but resentment grew after seeing foreign workers dominating the sites, which has likely contributed to the recent raid. However, Korean companies argued that hiring only Americans would make it impossible to meet tight construction deadlines for billion-dollar projects. Asian battery companies usually bring their own engineers or technicians to the U.S. factories to put them right to work without training, as battery plant construction requires people with extensive experience in these fields. Korean business executives further claim that, especially in regions like Georgia, where the battery industry is still new, finding qualified workers is more than challenging. In addition, due to the difficulty of obtaining proper visas like H-1B or E-2, many Korean workers had to enter the U.S. under B-1 visas or visa-free ESTA and thus found themselves working illegally, leading to the recent mass arrests. In light of the development, the local businesses reportedly asked the South Korean government to reform the current visa arrangement between Seoul and Washington in order for companies to invest more freely in the U.S. The White House, meanwhile, stated on Tuesday local time that relevant U.S. agencies are jointly addressing visa issues for foreign workers, including Koreans, following the mass detention in Georgia.